Okay, let's go.
All right, let's be real. There comes a time when you have to make a choice. You can keep coasting, stay exactly who you are, or you can decide right now to burn the old version of yourself to the ground. Now, this isn't about small tweaks. This is about total, absolute transformation. So let's get into the blueprint for how you're going to do it. Here's our game plan. It's a 4-stage roadmap. First, we're going to talk about destroying your past self. Then, rebuilding yourself in solitude. After that, it's all about forging a discipline that is absolutely unbreakable. And finally, you're going to learn how to master that new identity. Okay, so step 1. And look, this is the most dramatic part of the whole process. This isn't about improving the old you, it's about a complete and total separation. You have to be willing to burn the bridges that connect you to the person you used to be. Just look at this contrast, right? It's night and day. The old you, weak, undisciplined, full of doubt, that's the anchor that's been holding you back. The new you is the polar opposite, strong, focused, unstoppable, and busy building the future. The person on the left has to die so the person on the right can finally be born. So you're probably wondering, how do I actually do it? Well, it really breaks down into 3 clear actions. First, you've got to let go of guilt. It's dead weight. Forgive yourself, learn from it, and move on. Second, you have to walk away from the naysayers. The people who knew the old you might not be able to handle the new you. And third, you have to systematically destroy the old habits, the routines that kept you weak and stuck in the mud. And this is the core idea right here. The past is nothing but a trap. It keeps you stuck, replaying old failures and regrets in your head. You can't rewrite it, but you can decide right now that its hold on you is finished, that life is over. There's no going back. The only way is forward. And that brings us to phase 2, rebuilding in solitude. See, once you've cut those ties with the past, the really powerful transformations happen when you step away from all the distractions, all the noise of the world, and you start to walk your own path. You know, most people are absolutely terrified of being alone. But if you really truly want to grow, you have to embrace this idea. Greatness isn't built in a crowd. It's forged when you're on your own, in the quiet. Walking alone is not a weakness. It's a superpower. It's where you finally confront your fears and discover who you really are. It gives you this incredible mental clarity, builds real self-respect because you stop needing other people's approval. And it forges a kind of strength that just can't be broken. And you know what? In that silence, your true purpose often reveals itself. And that's the key takeaway here. When you're in a crowded, chaotic world, you can't even hear yourself think. Solitude cuts out all that static. It lets you gain the focus, the insight, and the wisdom that is just impossible to find when you're constantly surrounded by other people's opinions. But what do you do with that newfound insight? How do you turn a new vision into a new reality? Well, you need an engine. And that brings us to our 3rd stage, forging unbreakable discipline. This is what's going to drive the new you forward, long after inspiration and motivation have faded away. This definition right here is everything. True discipline has nothing to do with your emotions. So many people only act when they feel like it, when they're motivated. But real discipline, it means you take action regardless of your mood. It's totally non-negotiable. And here's the critical difference. Motivation is just a feeling. It's temporary, it's emotional, and it is completely unreliable. Discipline, on the other hand, is a system. It's permanent, it becomes automatic, and it is unbreakable. The goal is to build a system, not to chase a feeling. So, how do you build it? It's not some big mystery. It's 4 simple steps. 1. Win the morning. Set the tone for the entire day. 2. Prioritize the hard tasks. Do the stuff that actually moves you forward first. 3. Eliminate distractions, ruthlessly. And 4. Track your progress. Because an unbreakable routine makes success pretty much an automatic outcome. You know, most people do everything they can to avoid pain and discomfort. But in this new framework, you have to reframe pain as your greatest teacher. Every single challenge you overcome makes you stronger. You don't run from pain. You walk straight through it, and you use it as fuel. All right, so now we're at the final stage, mastering your new identity. This is where you leave the old you behind for good, and you fully, completely step into the powerful, disciplined person you've been building this whole time. And it really comes down to this fundamental choice. The same fire that melts the weak will harden the strong. Your struggles are either going to break you or they're going to build you into something incredible.
The decision is 100% yours. So how are you going to respond when things get hard?
Mastering your new identity is all about reprogramming your mind. You start by challenging every single limiting belief that you hold. Your words literally program your reality, so you have to speak strength into existence. You need to visualize the powerful version of yourself and shift your language. Stop saying, "I'm trying to be disciplined," and start saying, "I am disciplined." Failure is no longer a setback, it's just more fuel for the fire.
Ultimately, what this all means is that you are not stuck. Your identity isn't some permanent thing you were born with. No, it is created day by what you do, what you think, and the habits that you build. You are the sole creator of who you are.
This is the power that you hold in every single moment. The past has absolutely no control over you unless you give it control. Reinvention isn't something that just happens to you. It's a conscious choice you make right here, right now.
And let's end on this thought. The old you is dead and gone. But this isn't a finish line. Becoming the best version of yourself is not some destination. It's a lifelong commitment to never stop growing. The journey is just getting started. So the question isn't if you can change, it's will you commit to evolving every single day.